what I'm saying? If you're looking to get homes like this, come to me, y'all. Come to me. Let's work together and let's make this money. We can stay on the road. I'm excited, y'all. I was looking at myself in the mirror. Nah, I was not excited about how I look. I was excited about just opportunity. Yeah. I'm like, yo, like this shit is like. That's my partner, Benny, right here. You know, he's helped me greatly along this journey, as well as I'm helping you along the journey. Right now, we're looking to give you guys all of the help or all of the assistance that you would need. So he's gonna be chiming in.
So how would you pick the 1 out of 10 whose credit that you're gonna repair first?
Have everybody do a free credit report.
Okay.
See who's the easiest to just. Somebody probably in here just needs to touch up. Doesn't need to like a full restoration and rebuild.
I know these questions, these answers, but for somebody who may not, and some people don't like to ask or whatever, but I'm gonna ask. It's basically for y'all. I want y'all to have this information. Okay.
I love you.
So if he would invest, like, if he was gonna be the guy to rebuild the credit, we would invest in the 350.
If we go with
If that was his service and that was.
So the first thing to do, let me get everybody's emails so I can send y'all like a free credit report site. It's totalcreditcheck.com is actually the site that you can check your credit, and so you can shoot it out. And
The
then
whole process, you buy it, it's under your name, okay? But you like, okay, you know what, I want to just give it to my wife. It happens a lot between husband and wife. The husband has the money, works, whatever, or the wife has the money, and they want to give it to the wife. So you do a quick claim deed, which you pretty much, without them paying, you're giving them the property. That's, investors do that too. I mean, I'm just giving us the really short form explanations. It's a few more things with attorneys that are involved, but investors do that too. I can buy a property with my name and give it to my LLC without my LLC technically purchasing it.
You said the LLC?
Yeah,
Okay.
My company. It could be
Okay.
anything really. LLC is just what we use most of the time, but it could be anything, S corp, whatever company.
So how would that benefit? How does that benefit?
So
either party?
just an example, I was actually thinking about it today. Is let's say I got kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
I buy the property and I want to put in a family trust.
Mm-hmm.
I set up the trust and give it to things like that, so that way it can just stay there. Or we all in business and things like that. Business come with possibly legal matters, litigations and things like that. So for me, another way I could use those things can be I buy a property with my name. You could directly buy with a company.
Yeah.
But I could buy with my name, and let's say I know some troubles are coming, I just send the property to my company, to the company, and I deal with it as an individual. So that way, if they sue me, they can't get nothing, because in reality, the property at that point is owned by the company.
Yeah.
So you could use that for those examples, but of course, there's so many other examples you can.
So you basically just give it away versus selling.
Yeah.
No.
It's really a way.
If a wholesaler was to have it turned over to them, they're gonna pay the person
What's that?
in that situation.
Wait, what's the question?
If you could get paid and sign it over. It's not that you just giving it totally away. You can't.
You could,
get paid.
yeah. It depends. Like I get family
Okay.
examples
I
where
just
I give it to
want
my
them to know that.
kids
You
or
don't have to
whatever.
give it away. You
Or
can get
another
paid.
example actually that happens a lot when it comes to investors are mortgage takeovers and things like that. Where it's like you default on your mortgage, and I say, well, I'll take over your mortgage over whatever the terms are left, right? And I pay. At that time, you can't really give me the property because the bank thinks it's still yours, but I'm just paying it. But when it's done, how do I, take the property? It's gonna be a quick claim deed that need to be set up in the agreement prior, all that stuff anyway. But yeah, I hope that answered. The term is like quick claim deed. Like literally, it's like quick, which means it's quick. Claim, which means just like
claiming
it, and deed, which is the document that kind of shows the ownership of the property. So yeah. All right, guys.
Hey Steve, we have to go.
Okay.
But please let me know next time.
I enjoyed all you young
I
people.
enjoyed you.
I hope everybody learned something, but one thing you need to always remember, if someone's speaking, and you don't understand, don't ever be ashamed. At my age, I will stop and say, could you please explain that to me, because I don't know. She will never learn. Some people got proud, they gonna think I'm stupid. No, how you gonna learn? Okay? And I'm a boss. Capital letter.
What was your name?
You gonna be a boss one day, man.
What was your name?
Sylvia.
Sylvie, thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
You're asking me 100,000 for your house. Cool. I asked you, what's the condition? Does it need to be repaired? You said, yeah, it's in terrible condition. It needs about 100,000, just 100,000 in repairs. I don't know what you've been doing with your house, but it needs $100,000 in repairs. So with that, I'm like, okay, now I need to see what are the comps, which is just the comparables / the ARV, the after repair value. We have access to the MLS, through Keller Williams, so we're able to pull up houses that have actually sold. So if you tell me you want $100,000 from your home, I could like negotiate, go back and forth with you, or I could be like, okay, let me look into the database and see what we selling for in the area, and then I have an tentative offer for you. So we pull up the MLS software, we check the comps, and I find out that your home, after I fix it up, it'll be worth $250,000. So if you're asking $100,000, and it's gonna take me $100,000 to fix it, and after it's fixed, after it's repaired, I'm able to sell for $250,000. I just made a $50,000 profit. That's all wholesale is. But the reason why they call it wholesale is because you're not paying anything for this. All you're doing is you're negotiating a price with. I'm not paying you the money. I'm just like, okay, the house is actually worth $250,000. Yeah, I would like to buy it. That's contracted, and then you put it under contract, and within the contract, there's stipulations, which says I'm going to buy or I'm not going to buy. So it's all contingent upon you, because you could tell me all day, the condition of your home and how it looks and all this and that. You can say it doesn't have any type of problems, but until I'm physically able to see it, I don't really know what I'm paying for. So that's why I'm like, I want to buy it because the numbers make sense. So let's put it under contract to show you that I'm serious. And let's put it under contract to show you I'm serious. Once I do that, now I need a period of time, whether it be 5 days or 7 days or 30 days, where I need to go look at the property to make sure that I'm getting what my money is actually paying for what we actually spoke about.
Yeah, they also call it wholesale because when agent lease properties, that's like retail. So when it's not listed, then it's like wholesale. Just like you think about like the grocery store, you get your wholesale or retail at the store. So
that's what our wholesale is.
And so I didn't fully understand what you were just about to say. The lease.
No, you said you didn't fully understand what? The lease?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the lease option. So this is wholesaling. I always reverted to its price. Wholesaling is price. It's like you speak to owner, I'm like, yo, I either work with price or we do terms. Which is this. Terms. Some people call it lease optioning, some people call it renting to buy. So basically I'm like, yo, my price, it doesn't change. I give you my price offer, I'm gonna let you know that I can pay, I can give you the $100,000 for this house and it won't change. It's not negotiable. But on terms, it is negotiable. Say Kofi was asking $200,000 for his house and he needed $100,000 to repair it. Needed $100,000 to repair it, but the cost is $250,000. So if I'm putting in $300,000, but I'm only able to sell for $250,000, I'm losing money. So in that sense, I'm like, okay, this house is in a good area. Let me think about how I can get this property right now, but then maybe pay him later. That's where the lease option comes. So like, okay, I can give you your $200,000, Kofi, but we're gonna have to work out some terms. They have to give over a period of time. Right now, I can give you 10% down, and I can pay you monthly for say 24 months, and at the end of 24 months, I pay you whatever I need to pay you.
And that would be the person buying the home after I had already purchased it.
You're the seller, so say it again. You said that would be the person buying the home?
So, but me being the seller,
Right.
what is the lease? What's it say? Lease return? Or
Lease option?
lease option. What is it? How does that go into purchasing a home?
So you're the seller. You want
Got you.
$200,000 for your home. although it needs this amount of repairs. So to me, it doesn't make sense. But I'm like, okay, I give you 200,000, but it's gonna have to be over time.
So does the lease, the lease option doesn't relate to being like the wholesaler, being the person that goes and finds the home. When you're doing a lease return, you've already found the home and you've already bought it. That's what you're saying.
No. So these are exit strategies. This is
Got
like
you.
you find somebody who's looking to sell, and now you talk to them on the phone. You're like, okay, I could lease it, because you're asking for a lot. I could lease it, meaning
Gotcha.
I can, just like you do a car, I can put this much down and lease it for this amount of months, and then at the end, buy it then. So in a sense, you're getting it also at a cheaper price.
So you're talking to somebody who has a home, you're gonna lease it out for them. You don't get paid while they're leasing it out.
No.
So let me explain it easy. So the lease, I'm sorry, hope I just want to break it up very easy.
Yeah.
So the lease purchase is more like,
Yeah, erase that.
yeah. So the lease, there's you say lease option?
Lease option, lease
So,
purchase.
so there are two things. There are lease option and lease purchase.
Okay.
So the lease option is the lease with the option to purchase a property.
Gotcha.
So you don't have to buy the house. So you go to somebody, hey, you have a house, can I buy you in 24 months instead of now? You're like, okay, cool. But in the meantime, you pay me rent, like you just rent a house. So you
Who
pay
pays
me
you rent?
You paying your own rent. As the buyer, of course. If you're the seller, you lease out your property over a period of time, and the person that's paying you rent as the option.
What's up, guys? Thank you for everybody who came out. Tonight was a huge success. I'm looking forward to working more with everybody who came out. One-on-one consultations are going to start happening next week. If you missed out, it's not the last time. Y'all just be ready. I'm going to be dropping more content regarding real estate on ways that you can get in the business yourself, or ways you can partner with me and join the team, y'all, because we winning. But at the end of the day, at the end of the night, I just want everybody to know that you have the power to change your current situation right now. All you got to do is open up your mind a little bit and let God give you that blessing. That being said, peace, y'all. It's Infinite Steve. Y'all, what's going on? It's Infinite Steve. I'm out here at AMC Theater in Atlanta. Yo, it's a crazy ass time tonight, right now. Like literally, so much shift is happening. Like I'm looking around right now and I see people. Like I just saw like 3 interracial couples walking together. Now, times are changing. Literally, as we advance as a society, you know what? As we advance as a society, literally our paradigms, our minds expand, our minds change. We regenerate ourselves within each step that we take, within each breath that we take. This shit is crazy. So it's like if you were around the right breath of life, can you imagine how much your paradigm would shift? I just recognize that because time is linear, literally, all it takes for me to get into the life of my dreams is to shift my mind, shift my paradigm, shift my perspective. If I can shift my perspective, I can easily transform myself into the being or the character of my choice. Because everything is literally simultaneously existing. It's called coexistence. Motherfuckers may call it duality. It's coexisting. All of it exists. So as long as you understand that all you gotta do is shift your mind, be like, yo, this is what I'm going to do, and continuously do that, what's going to happen is you're going to mold and you're going to build yourself into that being or that divine self that you want to be. Just like building a building. If you're in construction, you know what I'm talking about. Here's the blueprints. We're gonna work on it every day for this amount of time. And after this amount of time, this project shall be done. You are a biological building. You feel me? Understand, understand, and overstand your blueprint and start motherfucking building. Find your contractors, your team members, your appraisers, your real estate agents,
your stagers. Find your team members, your lawyers, your defense. And start motherfucking building. Let's build a whole motherfucking nation. Infinite Steve, live from Atlanta, y'all. I love y'all. Speak to y'all soon. Peace. So I just saw Aladdin, and one thing I learned that when you make a wish, you have to be extremely particular, because when you make a wish, you're really playing with the forces of the universe. So you gotta be particular. So on this day, I am wishing that I am. Let me rewind that. On this day, I'm wishing that I become the most powerful influencer that this world has yet to see, so that I can influence the people to free their minds. That's my wish. Get this toss. How to make a wish part 2. So I have my $1 million coin right here in my hand. Story goes, whenever you toss your $1 million coin, and you're only able to toss it one time in life, but when you toss your $1 million coin into a wishing well, what happens is all of your dreams come true. So I'm utilizing my $1 million coin right now in this moment to instill that all of my wishes come true. That's my wish. That's how you make a wish. Put FG on the t-shirt. Come on, close up. Put FG on the t-shirt, baby. Fear of God. FG, it doesn't even say, it says F God. They put it on the t-shirt and they're selling it. Yo, get out and create your brand. Like, this is in a store. It says FG. 2 letters. Like, somebody accidentally typed FG on the keyboard, put it on the shirt, and is selling it in the store. There's no excuse. Like, create your brand and market it. I'm done. I ain't got nothing to say about this. Fear of God. Fear of God. But they put FG, like, because they couldn't have put FOG, because that says fog. That's how, this is just the universe showing how easy it is to create a brand. Like, just put it on the t-shirt, have models, take a picture, brand it. That's just exactly what I'm gonna do with a brand that actually has meaning. And look at this. It's like a plain white t-shirt. It's like no design. Okay, I'm done. Do not fear God, because you are God. Be one with God. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna create my own brand, my own product, so that I can show how easy this can be done. Infinite Steve, once again, guys. Peace.